seconds once before
Alright.
this.
I'm recording now, and your voices will be on the thing.
Yay.
Let's go.
I'm giggling just thinking about it.
And I also am having like a weird issue with me having to clear my throat a lot for some reason, so especially when I talk, so yeah, we'll have to
Blame
see.
it on the fact that it's winter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so let's talk about this first thing I see. So I like board setup here. We have I like that board is immediately trying to fight the right great. The issues I see so far, like just from this rollout, are like the main one is that Grub and Geo are both like playing the same side. I think that Grub and Geo should ideally be like only one of you really needs to cover this, and only one of you can really paint for their special here, right? So like look how Grub has to sacrifice like the paint on left so Geo can get cooler instead, right? So we're kind of overlapping here.
I'm
Go ahead.
I'm gonna be honest. I have no clue why I started left. Every single Manta, no matter the mode, I always start right. But I think the call out was that, like I told you, Bao is our former teammate. We know that one of the first things he usually does is dive for cut. I think Grub asked somebody to help, and nobody
Okay.
said anything in the beginning. So I was like, I'll watch cut. So I rolled out left. But yeah, for
That's
sure, I
interesting.
shouldn't have
So
done that.
I believe like I mean, okay, if Grub if we practice Manta more and Grub finds that holding left solo is an issue at the start, then I don't have an issue with them trying to like bring someone along on left then, right? Like if that's a really big issue, then
Okay.
sure, go ahead, but I really don't see why at least edit. Maybe it's a little different with Charger. But with edit, I think you should be able to hold down left just fine, at least in the first like 10-20 seconds. But yeah, if it's still an issue, then sure. It's just like I don't think we need to be giving everything there. And then yeah, if you just go left here like that's understandable. Like that happens sometimes. Just try to limit how often that's happening because we're overlapping a lot here. Okay, and then the second thing is that we are pretty like not coordinated with how we play off of board here. Like no one is really looking at this extension that board is taking over to right. Now you don't need to be like actively necessarily shooting at them, but like I think Kia could be up a little further. If Kia doesn't want to play up, then just throwing like a bomb or just playing under instead, right? So like when, for example, when board is crossing here, notice how Kia, or notice the enemy, right? Let me go to board. The enemy right under board is going to be looking. Like the people who are in this zone right now, the S-Blast, and I think there's also someone else. Maybe, okay, not this exact moment, but I'm pretty sure that there was someone else. People are going to be looking at board from underneath. So if we can have a little bit more of like a thought process behind us going for this dapple play. Like we don't want this dapple play to be on its own, just one single thing, right? We want to try to make the most out of it. And the way we do that is by like looking for these like follow-up plays, right? So I think a good example would be maybe Kia following closely behind just underneath so that if the dapple is caught out by someone, then Kia is also right there to assist, right? Especially if Grub and Geo are both going to be kind of playing a little slower. Like both of them should be able to kind of hold positions that will make sure that even if Kia and board go down, like we should still have some hold of our side going for us. Do you guys see what I'm saying? Do we think
Yes.
that works?
I also have a question.
Yeah.
So I want your honest opinion. Like for the way our comp is, right? We got like double Slayer and then we have a It's usually Charger and Zap. Our Luna, um, plays on the more like passive side in the beginning. She doesn't play really aggressive. I think that's why she's so far back right now, because she doesn't like to make any major play unless she is forced to without a cooler. Do you think it's bad to be so cooler dependent in the beginning, or should she go try to make a play
I think
without cooler?
on this map, on this map in particular, I think we can afford to not really worry about getting cooler um,
Okay.
until after the first fight takes place. I say that because like board clearly has at least a little bit of experience on this map and like knowing what they want to do, and I think that's important for us to follow up with, because like I think board right now is our only sense
Yeah.
of like of I don't know what term I would use. I guess just like knowing what they want
Just
to
like a
do at
game.
the start
Yeah,
in a way.
this is her favorite map, so she knows
It
she
is.
knows how
Right.
to play it like more than the other
Yeah,
three
so
combined.
like
Probably.
board knows what we want to what she wants to do, but like the rest of us don't really. At least that's what I'm getting like from just how we're playing this.
No, you're spot on. I have no clue.
So yeah, I think our best bet would be to just kind of play a little more like with how board wants to play here. Um, what else was I gonna say? Oh, and then so like following up with that, right now that we're like considering maybe extending up front a little further at the start with board here. Another big thing is that yeah, so Kia is gonna have a bit of trouble like painting for herself and getting in right at this bottom part, and this is a perfect example of why we should be split at the start, right? I think we should have Geo try to play more for the right side, and not just like paint for the right side, but play fast on the right side. So ideally, let me see if I can get the pen working to like show you where I'm talking about.
Like, do you want me
Oh,
dropped on right court
the only thing
immediately?
is I can't see it. Like I can't see the pen myself until I like actually draw. But like right around like here, I want you to go
Yes.
and drop into here, and then like you should ideally
Ooh,
be
okay.
at this coming in at the same time as Kia almost, right? So like as
Mm-hmm.
Kia's going over here, you're dropping down, and you should be able to like provide some of that paint for Kia to move through. Ideally, is all ideally. And yeah, at the same time, like as this is happening, as the fight is going on over here, you can then go ahead and like if you don't see anything immediately for you, then you have the time to paint all of this and anything else you want to get, you know. But I think we can afford to play this part fast, like this opening Geo. I think you can play a lot faster to
Okay.
get to zone to help with board's fight up top. I think that's what we should be trying to focus on first.
Sounds good.
I do think, by the way, like I know it's not the greatest example because especially because Kia doesn't know how to play this map, but like the thing you mentioned where like board's all the way up and Kia's all the way back, I feel like from just observing them play, like I feel like that's one of the biggest things is it just feels like there's a disconnect and they're not fighting with each other a lot. Like sometimes it might be Kia that's up and board that's back, or in this situation it's Kia back and board is up, and it's just like that's one of the things where like I feel like the lack of chem between them comes into play because there's a lot of like that from what I've seen. Um, so you might see some of it like that in the replays and stuff. But
I think a
yeah,
lot of that can just be stuff that takes time to get used to. So, um, like I think it would be pretty difficult to convert everything that I'm gonna end up saying into like actual like things you can change like immediately. Because you know some of it is just like knowing like when board is going to be trying to make a play, and you know when Kia wants to play more back and stuff like that, and that's just like that's just experience issue with each other. So yeah, but I'm gonna try to be for the rest of this at least. I'll try to be as like this is why I think this plan will work, and like this is why we also need to make these types of plans where like we are following up on each other and like how to follow up on each other, I guess. That way the experience part comes a little quicker, hopefully. Okay. Okay,
Ooh.
so yeah, so this is a bit of the consequences of us not taking a fight too early. So notice how their weapons, like the only people who really interact here are the Knot and the S-Blast, right? And it's because that they outrange most of your team. They can kind of play these tight corridor areas. I'm gonna see if I can. Oh, I actually do see my pen now. Like they play these types of areas, right, where they have a lot more range on you guys because now we're in positions. Now we're a little closer, but we were in positions like mainly over here, right? Um, and like that's going to be very tough for you guys to deal with now. So in cases like this where we aren't able to get something going off the start, I would like to see. I would like to see Board, or not Board, I would like to see Grub play more for this right zone. So, I think they're doing a fine job here. They maybe overpeak a little, but I think Board, oh my god, I keep saying Board. Grub should ideally
Yeah,
drop down and give away the position. And then someone else instead should take up here. And the reason I say that is if we're unsuccessful here, like we need some range to contest the people coming through here and honestly even under here. Someone like Kia can very easily, or at least without too much like pushback, should be able to cover anything that happens on like this ledge right here. They should be able to hold that off for the most part. They don't need to necessarily fight until like Grub gets you guys into the position to move forward. But like we need to have a little bit of rotation around like here-ish. Like we just can't really stand here because you know they've already taken a lot of the space. Like they have full advantage on the fights going on over here basically, right? So like then Grub becomes the natural next target because Grub is like the only actual like defense right now, I guess is what I'm thinking. So yeah, we're in a very tough spot here. Like I wouldn't expect like Geo, I wouldn't expect you to live at this point. And yeah, we get cleaned up pretty easily because we aren't able to make an adjustment. Because we also have to think, right? Grub's position here, it's like honestly pretty aggro, right? Like everyone else is really far back in comparison to them for the most part. Like Grub really is like the first line of sight in a lot of ways to a lot of the enemies. So like it's just imagine a more like simple map like Haggle. It's like playing up in zone in Haggle when the rest of your team is like back on like ramp. Like that, it's just the next like logical step is just to take a step back. Except this time back is on the right instead of just actually straight back to you. Which is why I say what I said there. Okay, let's keep
I have
going.
a question
Go ahead.
real quick. So, I know this is maybe slightly tricky to give like a concrete opinion, when you don't know like what's happening in the rest of the map. But let's say we start the same, like kind of ideally how you told us, where board's like more far right, I'm playing right court, and Kia's pushed up slightly, and then Grub's on bunker. What happens if like we have like a rush or something heavy divey just go cut immediately, and Grub just can't fight it? Do you think we should just do the same as you told us when somebody would like peek near grates and have Kia go on bunker and try to
Yeah,
pick them
I think
off?
Kia being bunker is I think Kia being bunker when Grub can't be is a good idea.
Okay.
If you do have like an issue with someone coming around or like just in general, like if we're putting anyone on bunker for the most part, it should either be Board or Kia. Just because like Board has the option to move on the grates a lot easier than everyone else pretty much except for like maybe Edit, and then Kia obviously can like hit the cut. But I think this is more of a thing where that shouldn't be happening. Like the brush should not be flanking as long as Grub does start from this position. Um, so
Ooh,
like
okay.
Grub,
Have a start on that.
this is more of what happens here is more of just like the adjustment we can make after all this happens. Like Grub sees nothing here, like nothing at
Yeah.
all. and then drops down, right? So like I think
Yes.
this is exactly how we should be playing it, right? If there's nothing going on, oh, hold on 1 second. If there's nothing going on like this left side, like the cut, then Grub just drops. Otherwise, I don't think we need to worry about it too much. Like Grub should be able to hold off whatever happens on left, and then if they flank after we drop, then yeah, we can put Kia on on bunker, for example. Other option
Okay.
is to just like play more front, right? Like if Board and Kia are able to make the space front, then who cares about the brush that's behind us? At least until they decide they want to fight us. Like, you know, then
Right.
if Board Kia get a pick, like Grub and Yu-Gi-Oh can start to move forward and take space, and like, because then it's just a 4v2, at least in zone, while they're flanking. So it shouldn't be too much of a concern as long as Grub is watching it at the very start, is what I'm thinking. Okay, but let's go back. We saw what happens here.
Ooh, don't look at our retakes.
Well, that's what we gotta look at. Okay. I think this is solid. I don't see it. Like, okay, so we should talk about this. So we have two different ideas going on. But the good thing about this, about how we convert these two ideas, is that they both end up folding into the same thing. Like they're both good ideas on their own, right? So we have Kia and Board playing up left together. Like this is solid from them. Obviously, you know, Kia does go down, so it's a little unfortunate, but we still get good value here, right? And then Board also comes down onto this zone, which is perfect because Grub is looking to retake this zone with Crab. So I think this is fantastic. If, for example, if like, I could see this going poorly if Board, you know, gets this kill here and then maybe tries to flank left, right? Because then those two ideas, they stay really like separate, and there's no real follow up into something coherent. But because Board does decide to like take this right side, like this is good. This is really good. I think Board plays this really well, and so does Grub. Geo, you're maybe a little like out of the picture here. I think it's because you're farming for cooler. But other than that, like, I mean, I think everything that happens here is pretty solid. Yeah, like, Geo, it seems you're just maybe a little unaware of what the plan was here as well. Because you know, obviously we did have two ideas. So maybe we should talk about that a bit. Like, if we... I obviously have no idea what callouts are like, but if we do have calls onto like Grub having this top right side with Crab, like we should immediately be looking where Board is right now. Like we should be painting that.
I think it was either my only thought process is it's either my lack of awareness and being too cooler
Yes, you're
focused,
very cooler focused right now. I can tell.
or it's sometimes Board and Grub, and honestly our entire team has a habit of not calling out their specials ahead of time.
Okay.
So we kind of have like a split second to react.
Mm-hmm.
But low key, if both of them are trying to retake right side, it might just be my awareness.
Okay.
I have no clue how to hold. I don't know where to be. I'm gonna be so for real.
Okay. Well, we'll talk about it. I think what was I gonna say? It's important to be very flexible when you're playing, because Geo, you're not only just needed for cooler, but you're gonna be needed for space. Your weapon can take space very easily, and by space I mean literally just like paint. You don't even have to be like actively really fighting people to be able to take space with both your bomb and your main weapons. So it's important for you to be up and like playing around where the rest of us want to be playing, even while getting cooler at the same time. Like, we've talked about maybe how like ideally we want to be both yes, painting for cooler, right, and doing that, but also at the same time trying to to be like a threat up front if we can, or like, you know, just like something more that the enemy has to think about, I guess. And a perfect way to do this is to just keep moving right here as you come through. That's the only real mistake you make. Like you like all this really is just a small hesitation, but like that's how quickly your retake happens. So that's why I think it's pretty important. But I can definitely tell that you're pretty cooler focused here. So okay, yeah. So my biggest issue with this is I really like that Kia is trying to take the fight to bunker when we do, right? Like if we look at this, this looks like the perfect setup. Board has bunker right now pretty much completely secured. We have cooler up for all 4 teammates. Like I think this makes a lot of sense, like Kia trying to play up here. The issue is that we definitely do not have nearly enough like angles on this at all. So first thing I see is that I think Kia maybe playing this angle is a little difficult. So Kia, like, unless Kia can get under their ledge, I'm about to show you where. Unless Kia can get under their ledge, like here, I don't think Kia should really be playing this angle. Like, I think this angle is going to be unnecessarily difficult because people are going to be poking her from here or like from here. So it's gonna be difficult from this angle, right? So Kia either needs to commit here under the ledge, or the other option is playing bunker. Like I think this is also a really strong position for Kia. It really just depends on where the enemy is when we do get up front. It also depends on where our team is playing. So for example here, like this retake is perfect. It's absolutely perfect for like Kia to be moving up even more. The issue is that the rest of the team is not nearly in position to do that, right? Which is why Kia plays a little slower here. But at the same time, like Kia is still maybe looking to commit to this left like pit, and it's not really an option at this point because most of our team just wasn't able to get there in time. So I don't think this is necessarily like a team issue. It's just that Kia was looking a little too was trying to get a little too greedy with the space that we had. Now I do think that the rest of us should be setting up closer in bunker either way, or looking to take different angles. A great example of that would be I'll give 2 examples, one for each player, right? Actually, I'll give 3 because there's 3 other players that could be doing stuff here, not just Geo and Board. So let's talk about Geo first. Like Geo, you get to this position a little late that you're in right now. Ideally, like we want to be trying to bomb out whatever Kia's looking at. So if Kia does take the space up front, like you want to be bombing the ledges, and then the other option is when Kia is back, even here, right? Like here, like we are just trying to get Kia a better like fight for this like side right here. So we want to be bombing this. Paint even works too. Like you can look at your map, see where the enemy is. Like if you see that the enemy is at a certain part of this back bunker, you could be painting that. I really don't have there's not really a wrong thing you can do once you've taken this position bunker, as long as you are looking to help Kia in some way with whatever fight, right? And then what? Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna. I mean, I'm getting a little too ahead. But if like the enemy, I mean, these opponents, they decided to retake from like our right side. But if they were to retake from left side, I assume I would drop bunker and rotate into left court and help in that area. Just be flexible. Okay.
Yeah. That's the whole thing, right? So you are like at any moment in this hold, your goal is to help take the fight off of zone, right? So the enemy is looking to already, like they are looking to fight off of zone. They're looking to take the fight to bunker, and Kia is also looking to take the fight off to bunker instead of zone, right? So if we can help support Kia in any way imaginable here, that would be perfect. That's what we should be looking for as much as we can. remember that you can afford, especially with cooler, you can afford to make mistakes here. You can afford to be a little more aggressive, overly aggressive. I think it would be better for you to be overly aggressive with Kia here than it would be for you to not help Kia at all, right? So like if you want to just swing this angle with Kia, you can. Like that's something you should try doing. Yeah. Okay, and then next up, I'll say I'll give board some things. So when board comes in here for the hold, like I think this all makes sense. We get cooler and then we escape. Like we're just gone. I think the rotate here back is kind of what costs the team a lot of this space front, because this retake is really, or this not this retake, this reposition is really slow, and it's also like a crucial moment because look at like where Kia is, right? Like we're clearly trying. We have a cooler here for a reason. This cooler's in the corridor here because we are trying to move. We are trying to move up this way, and that's why the cooler's here. If the cooler was like back zone, like maybe we're playing more for zone, but the cooler is in a key spot to be moving up. And the only reason I would see to be repositioning here is to go flank. I don't think board should be on this bunker for the most part, unless board is like taking the role of like Geo because Geo is down or something. I think in general we should be looking to extend this with Kia as almost as fast as possible. You can take it slow if you're not sure, but we should be looking to, like, if anyone's swinging this angle, it should be board swinging this angle, like close, right? And then like again, just trying to help Kia, I guess, in the same sort of way. So like if we decide that we can play up here, then we should be looking to support that. Like board could be throwing torps, board could be maybe threatening the right side, but in general we should just be looking to move up. If we are going back this way, it should be to flank. And then as for Grub, like Grub's I feel like out of everyone, Grub's position is going to be the hardest to manage, or like the hardest to always get consistent value out of. So like Grub probably already knows the key spots here, but if Grub can be flexible on like this portion of the map, or if we have like a really big extension, Grub could maybe think about here. But like otherwise, Grub is almost taking the same role as Geo, where we're just like looking for where the enemy is going to be coming. So if the enemy's playing left, we maybe stay the top grapes, but go like the left side, or maybe drop down, depends. But like in general, we're still just, the whole goal here is to be present in the fight that Kia is about to take. But none of us are present in it. Not a single, like not even a single like bomb or anything. Nothing at all. And that is going to be a crucial moment because now everything is going to become harder. Like let's look at how this follows through, right? Like Grub is in a great position here still, even with Kia down. Board is maybe doing a little to poke on the right side, but like they are going to, like, notice how there isn't even really a fight that happens. I'll show you. Let me go back to it. From the time that they drop after Kia dies here, right here, from here until the next like 10-15 seconds, the enemy just gets free space. Like there isn't a single fight that goes on really. Like board contests some things for a little, but no fights happen until Kia is once again going in solo. And like this just can't happen. I think that this is also a really crucial moment because we are still like not really looking for anything. We're looking to hold the space that we have, but we're not looking to do anything more with that space. Like in our heads, it seems like we're like, okay, they're retaking and there's nothing we can do about it. We just have to like slowly give up the space, when in reality that's not the case. Like we should be looking at board's fight right here. We should be looking to maybe help Kia on left if we can get into position. But a lot of this time has been us just giving up space because we have to, and not really considering the fact that we have the ability to fight for a lot of this space. We don't have to bring this fight to zone. So yeah, as we go forward, we're gonna see we bring the fight basically to zone, because at this point, right, like both of our options have ran out. Like we had 2 different opportunities to move through the space, so now we have to fight on zone, which while it might seem better like in the moment, it's not going to be good, because if you wipe on the zone, then that's even worse for retaking than if you were to wipe like on bunker or something, or just in general, like, you know, take the fight bunker. That's what I'm saying. So yeah. Okay, let me go back just a bit. But yeah, like at this point, there's not really much we can do in terms of like contesting them, because we've just given them zone, right? Like board here maybe overseas their welcome just a bit. What else? Grub's death is kind of just a little unlucky, maybe. Something we weren't too like careful of as well. Zip comes out here. So I don't know if anything. So I want to keep watching. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, I actually think that this... So you guys from around here, you guys have a really bad time. Like, there are both some unlucky deaths and then also some just bad plays here. But the way we get this back is pretty solid. Like, I like a lot of what happens after this. Like, the only issue I really have with this is that we do take the unnecessary deaths. Like, we take a lot of unnecessary deaths here. Like, actually, I should go back and show you. We had like almost the full team up back of bunker, like ready to go, very quickly after they retook. Like, look here, where they retake zone, because we have decided to like literally never take a fight onto them. Like, we all just kind of back up at the same time. Look at the position we're in here at the very least, right? Like, we have 3 people up. We can look to be playing this right side, but yeah, it's just that we go down, so this gets super delayed. So this is a little unfortunate. We want to be trying, if we have the opportunity to regroup as early as that, we should be trying to take it, right? We should be looking to stay alive, and then like get ourselves in a good position to then move forward on like right. A lot of us are also like simultaneously on the left side, which I don't really like, but we are still like at least looking a bit to take this right side. It only really happens now though that we actually like we really start looking at, and it's because Grub is in a really key position again, and Kia also went right. Like, I really like this part, because of a lot of the things I said earlier, where we are all focused on like a really good point in zone, and we also have the specials to follow up with it. So like, look at how easily this is gonna go for us. We have just... Oh, we actually didn't cap. Okay, well now we cap. With a little bit of struggle, we cap, but like that was effortless almost, right? Once we had it down, we had the key positions on right. This was really good. The only real mistakes I saw were that we did have an opportunity to retake a lot earlier if we were alive, and then also we maybe didn't look right, like around here too quickly. Like, Geo, I think maybe you were playing a little too much left. If you see like board is already at this position, like either tell board to move over to right, or you move over to right. Like, 'cause, like, someone needs to swap here a little quicker, because you guys were really like, honestly, the whole team was really stacked around this bunker until Grub respawned and went right. So yeah, like we just have to bring it a little more to the right is what I'm thinking, just to begin with. Okay, we have another opportunity here, so let's see how this goes.
Oh,
What, is this one bad?
can't remember if this is the bad one. We'll see.
Nah, that doesn't happen till the end. It goes to overtime.
Okay.
That's what you're talking about. Geo.
I honestly, I do like our follow-up with Grub. Like, Grub does a really good job of following up here on the knot. We are, again, like, pretty far
Wait,
back.
why do I go back?
Yeah, you go back for the right flank.
Oh,
I think,
didn't
like,
think it was
I think it's kind of valid. It's just that we also We also have like a jump in or a recall or something. Yeah, we have a recall there. So like it's not that necessary for you to be playing right, Geo, because you know because Kia can immediately like guard that. And like look at where Grub is, right? Like Grub is playing like we want to be playing up here, but no one else is there. So yeah, it's a little unfortunate. Like Grub should have gotten into a really good position there, but because we didn't have anyone, it's a little Grub made the best decision just to back up there at that point. So let's see. Because, like, also, Gia, like, there isn't really anything you can do on this right side against this S-Blast where they're playing. Like, they're taking it both slowly and, like, just cautiously with how they play around you. Like, they're not letting you get anything. If anything, like, it's just you getting chipped by them. And that's really the only, like, presence you have against them there. Like I like a lot more what Board is doing here, where we're like at least actively contesting them, I guess, on the bunker. Like because we forced BI here, like this is pretty good from Board. But yeah, just because like if you notice there's not much for you to do here, and like we also already have like multiple people near bunker, just rotate, and you do, so this is good. Okay. Grub is in this position a little late. Like, I think we take a lot of time. We should go back and look. As soon as Grub gets pushed out here from middle, show exactly the moment it happens. Right here. As soon as Grub gets pushed over, like, we should immediately be rotating back to key position here. Key position is the top rates. And the reason I say that too is like let's look at this from Grub's position. Like we have to be, all of us honestly have to be really flexible, but especially the support and back need to be very flexible, because like look at this, right? So we see the Zuka, we know that there's one right. We've absolutely heard about the call out on S-Blast right as well. Like we know that this push is for the most part going to be on this right side, so we need to take a more like middle approach is my thought process. I would say you could like Grub going left here is good if we actually know for sure that there's like, you know, people playing left. But the only left presence we see is the Zuka. So it's just a matter of getting to the right quicker. And Grub does figure that out. It's just like it takes quite a while, and by the time Grub is here, like look at where they are, right? Like Grub just has to move at this point. So yeah, it's just like a little bit of maybe an awareness issue as to where we are. And then what else happens here? So we have Board go down, but at least the Booyah's popped. I think this is still pretty good from us. I like this for the most part from the rest of us. Geo, you take a great fight here. Okay,
Oh no, don't look at me. Don't look at me. No!
I don't like how no one was there to help Board, but I mean Board cleaned it up, so okay. Kia's a little out of position. I like that Kia moves back here. We should be looking left a little more here if we can. Actually, I mean, this is fine. Like, yeah, this is already like a losing position. I think you playing where you play, Geo, is fine. Especially for you coming back in just now. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm perfectly fine with this
I
then.
jumped.
Yeah. Don't stay zone though. We just back. Yeah. Okay.
What am I doing?
No, you're looking for like people overextending. I'm fine with that. Okay, no, I don't like that we look left though, because like look, this is exactly what Board is holding. Again, we're in this position where Board is already left, or like we're just 2 stack left. That's it. And like look, this Nod here is just they're just walking up for free until Grub gets here. Like that can't happen. What if Grub isn't there next time, right? Like then it's just a free angle onto you guys. Like someone's dying here because we're just both looking at the wall. We're not looking at the knot pushing through.
Left side?
I think you're maybe very worried about them flanking. Like that's what it seems like.
I'm so paranoid over nothing. I don't think they've even flanked Cut. Like, what am I?
Now they have. This is the first time they have.
Okay.
And look, we're immediately 2 to jump it. I mean, at least that's a positive, I guess. Okay, this slider is not good.
It happens.
Yeah, it does happen.
Oh no.
I think that's a lot of
died.
it. I think the slider here is a lot of what goes wrong. So, I don't think I shouldn't need to explain myself as to why this slider is not good. So I won't. Um, but yeah, a lot of our presence here. Like let's look at this, right? Let's look at this. So let's take your first and second retake as a great example of what goes differently here, right? So in the first and second retake, what did we have? We had grub up top right, and we had like crab. We had specials, right? We have specials here, but we had specials in spots on the top right. Like we had specials in position to properly deal with this right side. When we go to this position, though, we have all started out on left, and because of that, our approach here needs to come from this left side more. And like board is looking to do that, but the rest of us are maybe still considering right a little too much as an option. Once we get this pick here on this shot, whoever extends, like we all just need to commit left at this point. We just need to go left. Like I think Kia could be like bunker to watch for like this zap, for example, or like maybe play right for a little longer than the rest of us. But for the most part, at this point, we should all be just like looking to drop left with board. Is what I'm thinking. Like because look, now we're trying to retake like mostly right, but board is still in this mindset of okay, wait, hold on, I just got a huge pick on left. Let me just keep following up. But none of us are ready for that. And there's clearly a bit of a disconnect here. If the rest of the team, if the entire team also agrees that like we should move right here, then I'm perfectly fine with us moving right at this point. But I'm just saying, like, because board got that pick, I think it would be pretty cool for us to follow up on it on right or on left. So that's also an option for us to try. We don't need to be just thinking about this right side. But yeah, there's like the key point here is that there is a disconnect, right? So rather than what we had up front where we had two separate ideas converge into one where we had this right side and this left side, right? We have them split off, where we have board go left and try to solo the zone, and then we have everyone else like trying to take this right. And this is like part of the reason why why this goes wrong is that one, our like overpowered specials to deal with this right side are just no longer here. Like we have the crab, but we don't have the slider this time. And then as for the left side, like board is hoping that like they just kind of disrupt the what's going on in middle here, and like you guys follow up, but none of that happens, right? Like board isn't really here for the kill on the zap. They're just here to pressure both zones, I guess, and cause chip to everyone. So board is expecting some follow up here, but there's no one, not a single person's looking. And so because we have these two different ideas, this is like what causes us to lose this retake. And it's not even close. Like you just see how different this is, where we go from having a lot going for us to having almost nothing very quickly here.
Zach, this was the retake I was going to talk about. It was this one.
Oh, this one?
All right,
Yeah, this is not cool.
Let me go back a bit. It seems like we still like, because of just how much pressure we had going for us on right, like we still have a chance here. And I like how fast we play this. Like, look at Kia and board playing together here. This is fantastic. Like they just stand no chance. And yeah, so we do retake. Okay. It's just that like that was definitely a whole lot more difficult. Like we got down to one player there for a moment. Then something where we can all kind of count on each other to kind of look at what we're all looking at as a team, right? Like team play wise. So yeah, like you can definitely see the difference there, I'd hope. Okay, and then actually no, we should go back. Let me not skip through this. So this is crucial time. This is time for us to get our specials. This is time for us to really solidify our hold. Let's see what we do with it. Crab's getting into a good position and painting for crab. Geo's popping cooler in a good spot. Okay. Again, like let's talk about this, right? What I'm a little confused as to what we gain from such what's the word? Like such passive like rotations around the map, right? So like for example, let me go back just a tiny bit. Look at the position we hold versus where we go afterwards. Geo especially here, right? Geo takes this, right, where the cooler is. Now there's space to take on the left side. There's space to pressure up on the upper just like box, whatever you want to call it, the upper area. But like, look at how we rotate here, right? So Geo is okay. Hold on, my drawings are getting in the way. 1 second. Oh, I pressed. Oh my gosh, I pressed the wrong thing again. Okay. Geo currently is taking the bunker, but then like super passively rotates back, and like at the same time, Board is doing the same exact thing, right? We have almost no during this time where we are like just look at our positions, right? We have one coming back this way. We have Board coming. I don't even know where Board came from, but Board has just been like around here as well. Like both of us are not anywhere near the fight. So what does this mean for them? This means that they get like all of bunker for free. There's no contesting it anymore at this point because we take such passive rotations around, and that's exactly what they do here. Like look at how quickly this shot moves up, right?
Yep.
Like they should have no ability to do that ever. Like they literally just move because we go so far back with how we rotate. That's basically it. Like we just forget to have eyes on front, I guess. And then also like we aren't entirely considering like our options here either. Like Kia has a really great spot here, at this bottom portion, but we have like no paint around it. We have no control, and that's where our cooler's around too. Our cooler's playing for this left side, and then we're rotating, like we're all playing like around this back zone. So it's a little counterintuitive, I guess, when you look at it like from this angle.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not sure why I would drop. I don't know. I know there's a Nautilus up there, but they're not doing anything to me on bunker quite yet.
I
I
think
should have dropped left, if anything. I just don't know why I got so scared.
I can't speak exactly for you, but it does seem like this entire game you have been very focused with the two cuts. So that might be part of it. Like maybe we're considering the cuts too much. And like we should be just looking where our teammates are. I mean, like if someone does flank, you guys have options. Geo, if you're not immediately on this zone contesting it, your guys' options still come from players like Grub, for example, who's in this position to just like hold literally any sight line on the map pretty much, except for like directly in front. Like that's what they need help with the most right now. So yeah, I just don't think like if we are aware of where our teammates are playing or have a general idea, like, or even just a call like hey Grub, can you watch this right side for me, or can you watch cut, like anything like that will help us make a better decision here for like how we hold this. But like as is right now, this is really bad, and I think we can all kind of see why this is really bad.
Yeah.
Because like they really just get in with the space that they take here. And there's just no, like, we don't even take a fight. We don't take a fight at all until they already are on zone, like killing us. Because again, we're forced to take a fight at this point. No fight has been taken to stop them from even getting to zone at this point. Go ahead.
I do want to say one thing, and there's a little, I think, a little bias here for me just because of how I like to play it. But from my experience with watching and playing, I feel like, and I know for this game specifically, a lot of it might have been because of like the unfamiliarity with the map mode. But from my experience and my personal opinion, I feel like Kittens as a whole, one of their biggest weaknesses has been like giving up too much space. I don't know how much Geo disagrees or agrees with me, but I feel like in general, that seems like it can be a problem sometimes. Just like in general, like this, how much space they give the opponent and stuff. But
Right. So
So I,
there's
no.
I think there's two different versions of what we're talking about. There's the version where we have like what we just saw for the most part, right? Where we are taking
Mhm.
like really passive spots without maybe even noticing it. Like where we're backing up right to a zone that we captured like 30 seconds ago, or yeah, honestly just that, like we're just taking like the rotations that are like really passive, or just playing back, like I said, like way too far back. And then there's the other example where we are actually fighting, or like looking to take a fight, like Kia, for example, being up here at that one point. Like what we are looking to fight, but not everyone is on the same page. Where we have like Kia looking to fight, seeing an opening. Maybe Board also sees the opening, but then Geo isn't there to commit as well to like the team fight, or maybe Grub isn't in. Um, but like there's two different versions of what you're mentioning, Zach, and I think that they're both very important, and both like at least for this game, they're both part of the reason why we have nothing going for us when these guys actually get to zones, because like when we do fight, our fights are not like, they're not very team based, or they're not like as good as they could be, right? Because we just don't have everyone in play. And then the other part of it is we literally are just like not even looking to fight, at least or like we're not giving ourselves a good opportunity to fight by playing in the back of the zone. So yeah, I think that is maybe part of what we're kind of getting at here. Okay. Um, so obviously this is a really weak position we're in. I like us jumping back here. Honestly, I don't think Board needed to jump back. But yeah, Geo definitely did. Like that, I think they just like assumed everyone was gone after Geo left, though.
I don't think when if I'm remembering correctly, I don't think they knew Board was there when she jumped.
Yeah, because like
I'm
Board
pretty
was sharking
sure.
for a lot longer. But I mean, okay, we play a safer option, so it's fine. I'll always take the safe route in these sort of examples. Like this is fine. Okay, but let's look at this push. I like what Kia does. Kia gets a great angle when the enemies are super split in positions that they shouldn't be.
So
Geo's
close to
focus
peak.
zone. I think Geo, this is a perfect time. This is a fine time to be looking more at zone rather than fights. Like you got a good zone, so I'm cool with that.
Oh my gosh, watch this. Watch, yo, this is
Oh, absolute cinema is about
This is
to
fantastic.
reach your eyes. Oh, it
just
gets
watch
funnier.
this. Oh, focus on Kia's POV for the last bit.
Do the overhead first. Just
Yeah,
do
just watch
yeah,
overhead,
just,
and then watch Kia's POV once the
absolute
game ends.
Okay,
cinema.
so here's another perfect example of what I'm talking about. Like look at the position Board is in right now, right? Board has the opportunity here to literally win the game for us. Look at where Board is. Board goes up left here, and like they care, but these guys are like they're trying to swing it, like they're trying to go. But literally none of us are in position to help at all. Like look at how this fight goes. The Board has to win a 1v2 because the rest of our team feels like making them have to win a 1v2 basically. Like we just get way too scared to take an opportunity that our teammates are having right here. And yeah, like this is like a really important moment. Now Board still is able to do it, right? And you guys do eventually come in, but it's after like everything happens basically. And like this, why does Zap live too? But okay.
It's better.
Grub gets a pick. This is great. We need to maybe take a little more space left. Like I love the position Grub is trying to take here, where we're moving left here to separate the angles from zone. Like because think about it like this, right? If Grub stayed back here and held this position instead, right? Like where my circle is, the booyah suddenly affects both of us. By us diverting some of the attention off of zone, and so that the S bus can't just look like straight front. The Zap can't just look straight front without something going on here. Like this is perfect. This is fantastic. Okay, but then we go into zone. Never mind. Okay.
Oh, wait. Oh.
Okay. I see how you guys win.
There's quite a few things that I think are funny. about what happens. I don't know if you noticed that board reefed into a wall and instantly died in zone.
I did.
I don't know if you
Um,
noticed key on far right for about 10 seconds away from everything.
this is also, yeah, this is like just another example of what I was talking about, right? Like Grub was looking to play up left here, but again, everyone was back. Literally everyone was back. We could have maybe one person painting zone. This is a 2-zone map. Everyone, like, this zone is completely covered right now. No one's touching this zone. The fight is happening here, and we're just letting them we're letting them take this space for free. Like, we're not even contesting the booyah. If we can get the booyah to be placed here, or like just out of this zone, that makes everything for us so much easier. But yeah, we're
Wait,
not
were
really
you
we're
saying that and using marker? Because you said here, or I didn't. I don't know
yeah,
if you're
yeah.
using
Can you not
marker.
see it?
We don't see the marker right now.
Oh, you
That's why
don't?
I wanted.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
know why.
um oh wait, I know why. Wait. Okay. Yeah,
No,
my
it's
bad.
there.
My bad. I was
You're
I
good.
was drawing on the wrong screen. Okay, but I was basically saying like we held. I don't know if you saw my marker with Kia going, or not Kia, Grub going left here.
Grub.
Yeah, but
Hmm.
like Grub should keep taking this position, and like keep going left again. So we take the S Blast fight to this part of the map and not on zone. Like when it's on zone, it's so much worse for us because like look at, I can't go back now at this point, but like we were playing, the rest of us were all playing like around these grids. Like we're all constricting ourselves to only these two approach options for the most part, right? And both of them are at the same angle for S Blast. Like S Blast can just booyah from here and then cover both these angles. But because Grub is going left, like we need to follow up on this. Like this means that it's not just one angle that the, like imagine this S Blast is the dot. The S Blast doesn't just need to look this way. The S Blast also needs to look this way, or maybe like board is also contesting from here, and like the S Blast needs to look this way as well. Like it's a whole thing. Um,
Yeah.
as well. Like this should not have been nearly as close as it was. If at least at the end there, it shouldn't have been as close. If one Grub committed to this left side, and then also you guys had some commitment over with Grub. Like Grub was making a great play here, and we just had nothing. Like we didn't want to do anything to move forward.
If I remember correctly, because I was watching Board's POV, I think she was so concerned about like having her reef to like hold the zone after they booyah'd or something like that, but then she kind of used it awkwardly and then it like didn't really do much and then she died in zone and it kind of didn't matter anyways. And I think she was so dead focused on doing that with reef. I
I'm
think
like I'm
I
okay.
could be wrong.
I'm okay with having one person being like dedicated to zone. But like we have to realize these guys are gonna be just as desperate for zone, right?
Hmm.
Like they're gonna make mistakes in their fights that would only happen because they're so desperate for zone. So we need to take advantage of that as well. Um, so yeah, I think that's
I
it. Like
thought
a
she
lot
could
of.
have
Go ahead.
used maybe an aggro like well I don't remember exactly how it played out from her POV. I
A
was
lot of the players
when I
were on
watched
like
in the moment.
ledges, so I don't think the slider, unless the
Yeah.
slider would have been timed later for when they had dropped into zone and like already had taken it. Like I don't think the slider is gonna do much other than just paint the zone there.
'Cause
Um,
I just remember the slider being a little weird. I remember Kia was like
yeah,
far right until she zipped, and it
unless
was something.
unless board can get up to top, up onto the left side. Like if board can commit with Grub there at the end, then like that's perfect. Like then you just slider there and you win the game because you wanted to win the game. Um, but like we were just playing really like passively. Like the rest of us, like why is Grub the only one forward in
I
in
think
that case? It doesn't make any sense.
I think
Um,
board could have gotten there, but again, I
yeah.
don't remember exactly the timing of like everything.
All right, next game.
Yeah.
I think that game was a really like, honestly, it might have you guys might struggle on that map with like the key talking points that I was talking about more on that map than like any other map. Um, so I think I'll end up having like different things to discuss on this map, but like that was at least it was very easy to tell that there was a lack of experience with how we want to be moving up with each other on that map and like where we want to take our fights just in general, honestly. Um, so yeah.
I will
I
say for this
gotta
map, oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I gotta head out because I have to do online work tomorrow. So good luck
Oh my
with
god,
the
it's
rest of
late.
this.
Bye.
Yeah, I'll probably watch this. I mean, I didn't play, but I'll probably watch this whenever you upload it. But I'll see y'all.
See ya.
Bye. Yeah, we'll say for this one, I think the most important parts for this game is going to be the very beginning, where we try to do a push and it gets killed instantly, and then or not, it doesn't get killed, but there's no follow-up, and then our very final part of the game where we just choke a 70-point lead.
Okay. I really don't want to make. I really don't want to make this game another hour. I mean, unless I see it has to be like the Manta games. So if it is another hour, I think I'm gonna just stop at 2, which I wouldn't really usually do, but like it is kind of late. But if it ends up
You're
being like
good.
30 minutes or something, then I'll do the final game too.
Yeah. No, this one can be done a bit more quickly for sure. Yeah, it's just like the beginning and the end for the most part.
Okay. Wow. Okay, so a couple things. Now it makes sense with this map, but it really is only Grub here up front. Like like Grub is doing more here than all 3 of the other players at the same time, like all together. And while like, you know, it's good that Grub is you know, looking for these picks, like this is fantastic from Grub. Like we need to have some follow-up. Like once this pen especially is down, like we need to go forward. Even before that, honestly, as soon as we get this first pick, like this left side becomes super free for us. I can understand not wanting to take it too fast, but at the same time, like look at where these guys are playing, right? Like they're restricting themselves, just like you guys were last game. They're restricting themselves to only this right side right now, right? And like they don't move, so we just keep going. We take it from multiple angles. We get this a lot faster than we do here, and I mean, other than that, yeah, like that's basically it. You guys can take this a lot faster than you do. You already do take it pretty fast, but I think there's room for improvement there. Just from how well Grub plays this.
Yeah, I will say, I don't know if this context really matters, but this is the final game of Grand Finals. We had lost 2 games already. It was the Mahi one, and then another game. So I don't know if we got a little shaken up and we might play hesitant this game, but yeah,
Okay.
thought I'd at least mention that.
You can kind of see a little bit of the repercussions of it here, where Board dies. Like look at where Board is playing this entire time. So Board this entire time, instead of moving up fast or really just being like dynamic in any sort of way, like we take it really slow and we get punished for it. I think this is a very bad time to be trying to shark. Like you have to remember here, you are in a 4v1 situation. The enemy is just off spawn. They will not have Booyah anytime soon. Like this is just a clear like we should be looking to score very soon type of moment. Board sharking here, trying to poke out the S blast, I don't think is very good, because now like at this point we've limited ourselves to, instead of this is going to be a push for basket, this is going to be a push to help our next push, which is to basket. Like Grub is crabbing here not because we're about to push basket, but because we want to hold them off from immediately coming back and killing us. Is what I'm thinking here. Unless like we get a bunch here. Yeah, like see how this goes, where like we just use the crab to sustain instead of being able to use it for like actually pushing forward. Like this should have been one push. We should have scored like at least like 30-40 here. So it's really unfortunate that we continue to take this very slow. We're also very separated from Kia right now. I think Kia is making some pretty good plays that we should be looking up at. Grub, you should also be looking more for this left, I think. The pen is a concern, but getting your teammates in on the left side, I think, is a little more of a concern. because now like look at the position the enemies are taking, right? Like the enemies are now under you, when before they were easily stoppable in mid. Like look at where they are right now, where the pro is left, the S blast is left, right, and then now as you're fighting the pen here, they are under you. So yeah, you could have very easily died here. Another thing is though, like when we were doing this, like again, board and Geo both, like you guys should be looking, especially with Cooler here, you guys should be looking at where this pro is, especially the pros playing. But also the S Blast, like we should be looking for this fight. As soon as they come close like this, like boom, we should be fighting them. Don't let the S Blast bully you like this, where like look at how we play this. The S Blast is alone. The S Blast is in a almost 3v1, and they're just like, you guys are just giving them space again. We're just backing up. Like from here on out, like none of us, okay, no, like maybe one of us should be behind Grub. The rest of us should be trying to commit to the Z Blast, because like look at how we've limited ourselves. I keep saying this, but like look at how we've limited ourselves, where we are suddenly we go from this, where we have all players like in mid for the most part, right? Like we're all up. We have a good chance of being able to hold this, especially with Zip too. We have something going for us, and then here, right? Like we just kind of let them walk through left. Like the Booyah, there's no one even contesting where the Booyah is right now. Like look at how these guys, they don't fight anything with the Booyah. The Booyah is wasted. And then now we also have cooler advantage too. Or well, okay, not advantage, but we get cooler too. And then we just limit ourselves to playing this back right position. Like look at where we are now. The S Blast now has free roam of everything in mid, so they can just back up however they want. It's only when Kia finally decides that it's time to stop the S Blast from bullying like 3 of our players, that we do decide to move forward and contest this S Blast. But like this should happen so much quicker. Like we have bombs on S Blast too. Like look to fight this S Blast. And if you maybe are concerned about fighting this S Blast here, and you see your teammates are also right next to you, like call to fight the S Blast. We need some initiative here, rather than what we have, which is just us backing up. Like this is not okay.
That's what I was about to ask, because I personally, like I said, I gave the context that we lost 2 games. I got whooped by these like more midliner weapons like the Pro and the S Blast. They just outrange me so much, and in all honesty, they're just like a mechanically better than me. So I'm just like so scared to initiate like a fight with the S Blast. But I guess also for my weapon, I shouldn't be the one starting a fight. I should be asking somebody to come with me and bombing and painting forward or
I am
something.
I am perfectly okay with you starting the fight, in cases like this where we have cooler. So like look at how the S Blast is solo, right? Like the S Blast is looking to take a fight, and on not only just you, it's not just you, but your entire team. You're like, if this is even a 2v1, right? Like if we remove Grub and Board entirely from the situation, it's just you and Kia, and we both have cooler. Like this is a perfect time for you to be trying to play up and fight this S Blast, even if it's like you go first here. As soon as you see that your teammates are here and there's only one guy and he's super isolated like this, and like everyone else is still back or like on the right or something, like we take this fight, because they are giving us an opportunity here. It's not them giving themselves an opportunity. Like they're just overextending. That's just how it is. But we're allowing them to do that. If you go down with the ball, like it doesn't matter, because 1, we have cooler, and 2, like the S Blast needs to die. As long as you either trade or like actually, as long as you at least trade, you will be okay. Like a trade is fine here, that's fine. But this S Blast, like they've already gotten too much at this point. This is just bad, because like look at our position now, where we're all back. Grub is up front, solo, right? Like this just cannot happen. So I am perfectly okay with you going for a trade here. Now, you can absolutely take the initiative, but again, no matter what, you should still be looking to take the fight with someone else. So you should call, like, let's fight S Blast as soon as you see something like this. If you see that someone's overextending in this sort of way, or maybe getting a little too confident, like, this is your opportunity to make out of it. So it's important that not only just one person, it shouldn't just be like Kia saying, like, oh, I want to fight this. It should be everyone. If you see a fight that you want to take and you see teammates next to you doing exactly what you're doing, where we're just like kind of sitting around, like, not doing anything, we need an opportunity to go in. Like, now is the time to call it. Like, we gotta practice this, because, like, even here, like, it should not just be Kia fighting this alone. But yeah, this is definitely a key moment here, because, like, we just give them so much stuff to work with that they should never have in the first place. Like, even the two of them here as well. Let me go back one more time real quick. Same thing happens here. It's just more of an actual team fight, where you'll see in a second, where we're in right here. We're in again, a fantastic spot to be looking to, like, play forward, right? If we go, let me use the pen here because I can. If we look at this position, right? Imagine that these enemies are still further back. I had to pause so I could go.
No worries.
Yeah, I could just go forward and get a better view. But, like, if we have perfect bombs for this. We have the suction that can be placed, like, around here. We have the torp that could be thrown over to either side. I should not be using pink. I just realized. Hold on. I'll use blue. Okay. All right. We have the bomb that we can place right here. We have the torps on either side, or even just forward. I don't care. But we have so much stuff that can be just pressured here without even having to actually fight them. But what we don't put any of that on them. There's nothing here either. Actually, there is one torp, but that's about it. That's all we get. And, like, this entire thing is a whole. Everything from here on out is them giving you guys an opportunity. At least how I see it. But yeah, Gio, you should not. Don't be afraid to trade. I'm okay with you trading, because at the end of the day, if it gets your teammates in when they can't themselves get themselves in alone, right? Like, that's good for you guys. You know, you guys still win the fight. You guys take the space back. That's what we need. So you have to be okay with sometimes initiating the fight in order to like do that for, you know, for just the team, I guess.
I think I definitely think, like, that's one of my biggest downfalls as a support player. I don't know if, like, I think it's a confidence issue, just confidence in myself and my mechanics. I just, like, I don't know, I think I'm kind of, like, leaning on my teammates a bit too much, because I think, like, they're better mechanically, way better than me. Um, so I always rely on them to initiate everything, and I kind of get scared to even start things, because I worry I'm just gonna feed and die too much. But I fail to realize that with Cooler, it's okay to make those mistakes. And in all honesty, if I have Cooler, I should be looking for a fight, not just standing there and doing nothing.
I totally get the confidence thing. If anything, you should be confident just to be confident. Like, if you're confident, you are going to have a better chance. Flat out, you're going to have a better chance than if you are in your own head worrying about, like, oh, what if this fight goes badly for me or something. Like, if you're confident,
Mhm.
you are, no matter what, going to have a better chance at whatever you're doing. So you should be more confident. I make it
Right.
sound simple, but it's obviously not that simple. But it is a bit maybe mind games on yourself to do that. But yeah, just be confident, because you'll know that you will perform better if you are.
Mhm.
Okay. Other than that, though, like we talked about, how this is very much a mistake from us. We give up so much space. Grub is out of position, not because Grub is actually out of position, but because we move out of position. He overextends a little for, like, where the rest of us are playing, and that's okay. because we still have a solid, we still have a really solid position here. I'm happy with where we're painting up as well, for the most part.
I think we push soon. I think this is the push where we literally
Right.
get no value.
We've had 3 specials for a while, so I'd hope so. Okay, we should talk about this again. This is a very, very good example of what I'm talking about. Again, like with Manta, it's almost the exact same here, where, like, let's look at what our resources are and how we play around them. 1 second. Okay, so Grub has crab. We have that. How do I? Oh wait, I just realized I can change the width of the line.
Oh.
Okay, so Grub is here. Who else? Board is ready to slider here. Right, Board is here. Let's look at Geo and Kia now, where we play. Right. So where do we go once we are ready? We have these specials. Notice how we have 3 specials right now. Right, 3 things ready to go. How many does the enemy have? They have 0. Or they put a little number. 0, 3. Okay.
Well,
we have
technically 4 because I just popped cooler.
Oh my. Okay. Wow. That
Sorry, I
doesn't
know,
make
I
things
just
any
forced
better for you. But okay. I will say 4. All right. We are in a 4. Okay. I mean, these guys also technically. I think they also have cooler. So we'll say we're in a 4-1 like advantage here. Just pure raw 4-1 advantage in terms of specials, right? So where do we decide to play, right? We have 2 people here, Grub and Board, who are looking to play up. They have taken good positions. They've taken key positions. I just realized I'm gonna have to do all this. They've taken key positions to start threatening the front. Right? We have all this threatened. Board is also threatening. At the same time, right? Where do the rest of us go? We head back. Well, why do we head back? I'm not entirely too sure. I'm going to be honest. But not only
I
that,
can
but we
tell you why I
stay
did.
back. We keep going back. Gio, you have gone from here. I gotta. We've gone from here
why I did.
to here to then now here. As the slider's coming in too. Like this is not good. Go ahead.
Board gave me a heads up that she's about to reef, so I planned on doing a reef cheese since I'm coolered up. Yeah, that's literally it, and I didn't want them to jump me, so I fell back and then jumped to her. I probably will jump here in a second.
Okay.
That's the only reason I did.
But well, then
I
ignore
know
most of what I'm
the
saying
greatest
because
idea.
I'm more okay with that. Although this is an atrocious jump to go to. Like we are
Sorry.
so out of like the range of the basket. But like that's not your fault. But if you're backing up to do that, I'm okay with that. I'm more okay with that than I would be just seeing this as it is right now. But Kia is still like this is an issue. This is at least Kia here. This is not good because like look at. I'll show you exactly what happens after. Look at what happens to Board here. Let me go back to play the full sequence through. And Grub as well, actually. Both players. We'll look at both at the same time. So because Kia plays back here with cooler, right? 1, no one is contesting the gal. Like look at where the gal is right now, right? There's no Kia to contest that. Then 2, your other option here is to so easily, like ridiculously easy, pick off the pen here. Like the pen is just dead if we're left. If Kia's left or even front, right? Like the pen dies here. If Kia's up front. But yeah, like Board literally just chipped everyone for 70. Every single like person here except for the gal who's on right. So Kia being anywhere but back would be amazing for the team right now. But because we're not there, okay, Board doesn't even die, but Board should die. And like our push suddenly, like we have nothing going for us other than this one jump in with the ball, right? Like look at how many clams we have. Look at our economy right now. We have 17 clams that all just got scattered around, but we have no fight going into this, nothing at all. And a lot of it is because Kia was also out of it there. That is definitely a very important part of why.
Yeah, I'm not too sure why. I don't know if she was close to a zip caster that she was.
Yeah, she did have zip caster, but we didn't use it, so
yeah, I'm not
at least
sure
until late. So I'm perfectly okay with going back to zip, but we need to zip even before honestly before the slider comes out. Like that should be what we initiate with. But yeah, either way, Kia just like small mistiming, but it means a lot for the score. Like you guys could have gotten very far with that.
I forgot how we got a good push. But it happens and then we choke it. Oh, here we go.
I really like let's look at this. I really like how flexible you're being, Geo. So not only are you looking like you're painting the side still for cooler. You're very close cooler, right? Not only that, you get cooler. This is all good. You like I should break this entire thing down for you. You have the cooler here, right? Where we stay here just to get the cooler, like to hold more space, right, on both sides. And then not only that, we see the booyah come out, and we move to create more space for us because this booyah is going to be affecting all of us if we're all left here. So this is perfect. Where we move to the right here to take or to hold a bit more of this space for us. And then not only have we done those two things for our team, but we've also helped with the fight here that Kia was taking. This is fantastic follow-up. Like, this is exactly what I want to see. And then immediately after, we look for this. This is perfect. This is amazing. Like, everything about this is really awesome. Like, this is what we should be looking for as often as we can. Everything about this was perfect. And like you're the sole reason why this didn't immediately fall apart for us here. Like that was great.
Thank you.
Okay. So what happens here, the reason why we lose it is because we are, I think it's two main things. The first is we tried to fight this gal on left who just they just have an advantage over us. And so we give up a lot of space like that, right? But then Grub also maybe overstays a little bit here. And they just get so quickly under Grub. I didn't even think, like this time at least, I don't think it's so much of a positioning issue from like Yu-Gi-Oh and board, mainly because like the enemy just is they're gonna collapse very soon anyway. And it's gonna be a 4v3 because Grub does have to move back at some point. So like this positioning here I think makes a bit more sense. Although you guys, like at least Geo, you could probably be a little further back until the pen is like actively chipping you. Like here now we can like start moving back like you do. But like other than that, Grub, you are definitely a little too far forward for Kia going down where they did. Like that at that point, like we just gotta give up the space because they're gonna collapse like they do here. Although they do it very slow. Like the pro does a great job, but no one else in their team is really looking to collapse where they should be. Okay. I like this again. We're creating space on right. Okay, we're all really like affected by this whale. Causes one of us to die. Great fight. Yep, this is solid too. We have slider, we have cooler, we know what we want to do here. Ah. Okay. Maybe another thing.
Don't I fall back a bit too much?
Before that, another thing is, Grub, you are taking like let's look at this from the enemy's POV, right? When we are here in this position, right? Look at where we're playing. We have obviously like a lot of threat here, but it's only on this position. There's nothing else really going for us here because Grub, you've decided to like really try to hold down this spot right here. We haven't moved over to in this viewpoint, the left side. We haven't considered really any other option other than just playing this front, like both Geo, board, and Grub. Like all of you guys are all just really stacked here, and because of that, like even just the pen looking here is so crucial. even the pen just looking here is so crucial, because when board goes down here, like you guys have nothing left, and you do notice that. But like
Mhm.
even just the paint that board's death provides for the enemy team is enough here. Like look at this, right? Look at how like suddenly they have full control over this left side, and there's just nothing we can do about it. Like Geo cannot afford to play around here anymore, at least at this point, right? So this is why like we just need to be maybe a little more open to like spreading out our position a bit more, because we are like it's very clear that we are a little too condensed onto taking this ramp immediately. That's all there. And then as for this, so that, yeah, this is a bit of the same sort of thing where these guys clearly have a habit of using their booyah in places and then not following up nearly quick enough. Like the only person I've really seen move quick enough this game is the pro on their team. Everyone else has been like very cautious to move up against you guys. I think it's because Grub is doing a great job with these picks. I mean, but they have been extremely cautious to move up, and like we can take advantage of that. Like knowing that these guys are, let me go back a bit. Knowing that these guys are just sitting plat this entire time, like look at this. I went a little too far back. But like here, right? We can look at this booyah. Look at this booyah, right? From the time that they popped booyah here, to the time it is now charged, they have not taken any space, right? If we go back just a tiny bit, just to here, look at where they're playing before the booyah gets popped, right? Look at where they are. The S-Blast is here. And then I'll do this. Like they looked like they're about to push, right? And then instead of going up, like the booyah comes out and they go back. So like this is clear sign to me that they are not going to be pushing up quick enough with this booyah. Wherever this booyah lands, it's like they just are not going to be there quick enough to actually do anything. Like the booyah is not going to be a serious threat. So yeah, just knowing that if you're looking front Geo, you see like, I mean, you might not have had the ability to see this because you were so you really were like okay, I'm just gonna rotate all the way back. But if you see like the booyah get popped here, and then you see that like from this angle no one has even dropped yet, like okay, we don't need to go all the way back. I actually think you do kind of notice that, but then you still do back up a bit anyway. But yeah, like these are things to consider, right? Like after the first booyah where they booyah'd zone and there was literally no one playing, or not zone, they booyah'd mid and no one was playing in the booyah mid. Like this is a pattern we can possibly like look at and like take advantage of, where these guys have just no one contesting where this booyah is being played at all. So yeah, just something to think about there. Okay, and then like we literally, either way, we still come back from this immediately. Like this is great. Like because they obviously had no success with the booyah, like we just obliterate them with Grub's superpowers of being able to hit shots and charger. So we're good. I think this is, yeah, I think this is very solid. This is a great push. At this point, Geo, you are a little too focused on clam economy. Like, I don't think we're going to be taking it for very much longer. Like, these 3 clams are really out of the way, to a point where you aren't really going to be able to get them in without dying at least. The way you tell this while not looking is by looking at the map. Like, just look at where the paint is, and if they have paint on their plat that they didn't have before, like a lot, and none of us are there, like look at our positions right now. If you see this on the map where we're so far back, like just don't go for the clams at this point. But yeah, if you were holding mid here, like this would be a 1v2 with board, but because you're not there, it's a 1v1. Board still wins, but it's just another like small optimization thing. Maybe want to make that a 2v1 if you can. Okay.
My bad.
We have some pretty bad deaths here. We can still recover though. I mean, they need to get to 25. This is going to be very difficult for them either way. I like our bombs. Q overextends here. I think this could be an opportunity for Kia to look plat, or just shark. Like Kia, the main thing here is your weapon. There is nothing your weapon can do against these guys when you drop left. Like there's just not much for you to do on left here. So at best, if we want to play left, we shark. We shark because, you know, these guys, again, they really have to go for objective. 25 is insanely hard to get to with a minute left. So if we just shark, we get a good pick as they come up with Booyah. Like we just win. Your other option is to contest right with like Rub. But this dropping left is your worst option because you're playing to none of your weapons' strengths. And you're obviously very far up compared to your team. Okay.
It just goes downhill from here, Sam. Don't look.
So we're doing a whole lot of waiting. This is waiting I'm mostly okay with for the most part. I think you guys maybe make a little bit of a mistake here. Like the first mistake I see here is is how we deal with this. So like look at what's going on the right side. In a second here. Like we have very little follow. Like Gio, you even look, but we have so little follow up with this S blast on the right. When this S blast should have died to board plus another player. Like any sort of contesting them would have killed them. Okay, but like other than that, not too bad yet. As in terms of mistakes, I'm a little concerned though because you said this is gonna go downhill. And then hold on, and then also, the next biggest thing I see is that we like we should look at just where we're playing on the map. Like, like notice how we go from like mainly right here to I hold on, I gotta go a little further back actually. We go from mainly left here at the start of this like waiting game. Right here. Well, we go from mainly left to then once the S-West comes in mainly right. And then we never really take back all the space that this Booyah took. Like Grub is up here with Crab, but another Booyah comes out. Notice how we're all still right side, right? Like Gio, you're you could very easily be looking to like either bomb them out a little more, or just like or just looking like a little more left for Grub while Grub like can't with Booyah or something like this. But I just think you should maybe try not to limit yourself so much with where you're playing, because you are you're very concerned about this spot, but like both Board and Kia are looking this. Okay, this slider, yeah, it happens. Okay,
yeah,
and then Grub also dies. Like it really was just the slider there. I think Board maybe got a little too desperate to get something. But the thing is, like, the waiting game for the most part is good for you guys, unless you're all really focused on one thing, and the one thing is like one player. The waiting game is pretty good because like you guys have the ability to shark them out, and they have to get very desperate for points. So I'm okay with us waiting here, but Board initiating the play here with the slider is it does not get any worse, unfortunately, for us in terms of like our options. And then honestly,
yeah,
like I don't even have much to say about this. Like I think a lot of this is unrecoverable after Grub goes down. Like Board goes down and then Grub goes down because like suddenly, because of the sudden momentum shift with Board having a bad slider, like Grub is just dead here. And then like obviously like Kia has a great spot, but like Gio, there's not really much you can do. I wouldn't expect you to fight here. I wouldn't want you to fight here. You have to kind of wait this out. My only I guess my only real thing here, though, is that we don't immediately group back up and find something to fight together. Like, everything is still very, very 1v1 style, and that definitely plays into their advantage of now having plat. So this is also bad for us. Like, the best we can do here is, like, just pick a target and then work together to kill them. And convert this into a 4v3. Because any sort of like slowdown from their end is gonna be bad for them. But yeah, we just need to pick a target.
What I don't like in the beginning, or not in the beginning, like right here, I think I just fight right side while 2 of my teammates fight left.
Yeah. So like I said, either one or the other needs to happen where we either like not even one or the other. We just pick someone to fight. Like whoever calls out first who to fight, we just look at, and then we kill them, and then we go from there. Because like that's all you can do in this sort of situation. I don't think there's anything else really for me to say about that because our fights are so individual after that. But yeah, things definitely went downhill very quickly when they did not need to.
We could have probably saved that reef, huh?
Yes, the reef absolutely did not need to be used there at all. Not until like these guys, like board wasn't even really reefing anyone. Like it was just the area for chip damage.
I think what ended up happening actually, I remember the call out before she reefed. They were all clumped, and then she just reacted like a few seconds late, and they all spread out once the reef got popped. If that makes sense. Like they were all clumped. She was like, "Oh, I'll reef," but she reacted a bit slowly. And then yeah.
If you want like a safe reefing option there, it's just do it as they are trying to score, like as the clam carrier is scoring, like then you reef, and that is like almost foolproof unless you're like not reefing where the clam carrier is or not reefing where anyone is. Like there's almost no way you can mess it up at that point because remember they have to get to 25. Like we're okay playing the waiting game, at least there, when we have such a big advantage.
I will say, since it is late, you don't have to do Mahi. It's up to you if you want to just take a quick peek.
Is it a knockout? It has to be a knockout, right? Because it's zones.
No, it's not. Well, in the beginning it's not, and then I think it ends up being a knockout.
Okay. Look at it real quick.
I want to say the opening is where it goes wrong. I think we die. Yeah, the S-Blast literally just... I don't know. I'm literally so cheeks. I don't know how I died to this S-Blast. I'm the first one to die. Boom.
I mean, you're just like... You're not aware of the situation you're going into, so... Like, look at what you're doing this entire time, right? We're painting. We're not looking at zone. We're still not looking at zone. We look at zone now to throw cooler, and then we immediately go to try to fight it, right? We have very little awareness of what we're going into before we go into it, and that's exactly what's killing you. You need to.
It just causes my entire team to get overwhelmed.
Yeah, you need to give yourself a little more breathing room with just obtaining the knowledge that would give you like your full 50-50 shot at killing someone, because you're basically going into it with like a 25-75 like disadvantage here, where we're painting, you know, we're not looking at zone, and then we just go in immediately. It's almost as if it's like jumping in that same sort of way, where you jump in, you have very little awareness, like you haven't been in the fight like the rest of everyone else has been, right? You're coming back into it.
Right.
So you won't immediately know the best option. I like most of this.
I think I lose this fight. Oh no, I don't. Nobody wins.
So, from what I see here, and why I was hesitant to say I like this, was we are still pushing from two different sides. Like this is very separate. Grub has a pretty good position here, but we definitely are still like really looking for this left side. And I don't blame you guys for that. Like left side is pretty good here, but it's definitely a very awkward position to be in because Grub doesn't have very much like stopping her from playing right, and like we clearly have the better route if we go from right side. Just from pure positioning, but like we're still very committed to left side, and we're also one down. So what makes this really awkward here for us is that if we lose either of our side fight, the enemy gets a lot of paint to work with because the water just dropped. So like notice here now, like there's so much space for them to work with. Like they don't even need to worry about like contesting you guys yet, because everything just like they're gonna have like 3 specials going into this in a second here, where they can just paint sides, get specials, and immediately go back into holding, and holding even better than it would be normally. Like this is going to now be harder for you guys because we took this awkward like pushing thing where we have committed to both sides, and then we also push at an awkward time. Like it's really difficult for us. Grub gets a great pick though.
And I think this is where I make the call out, do we want to go left or right? And then I think board goes left. That's why everyone starts shifting left.
Okay. I'm mostly okay with that. I think we do have to look at what we've had for a while and think about Grub as well, because Grub has held this position for a really long time.
Right side would have been better. There's 3 of them ready to take right side.
If we look at this too, right, like Grub just got the pick on right. Like this pick on right is crucial. It's a key moment where we have an opportunity to take right, but we like even before this, we don't really consider Grub's position here.
I'm sorry, Grub.
Yeah, like just look at this, right? Grub gets a pick here. I mean we maybe look at it a bit, but like all of us just immediately go to the left after. Which is like, okay, it's just Grub also needs to adapt at this point. Like Grub can't keep this. This is, never mind. It turns good because the SWAT stops looking at Grub. So this is more okay. But ideally, Grub should rotate left if the entire team's gonna go left. But also ideally, we move right with the pick, you know? So, yeah.
Here we just panic, we get the cap, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot more ugly than it needs to be, I guess. But it's still an opportunity, so at least we get something out of it. Okay. Biggest thing I notice here is we do not take full advantage of this right side. We almost similarly to the Manta game, we give them a lot of space here. Like look at what this whale does, right? This whale brings us from this right side all the way back. We're all the way back at this point. Not only just Yu-Gi-Oh, but also like everyone except for Grub. Like I think Grub's playing a great position here. Grub knows that they can hold this really well, so this is great. Board is in a basically just a spot to also get moved by the Booyah. Like instead of now just affecting Grub, this Booyah is affecting both of us. And we're also not looking at right with Geo. Like I think that's really important. I always say this on this map. You have your best long range player. Ideally, you have your best on hold. You have your best long range player playing this left side, and they play in a position like Grub is right now. And if the player is maybe rushed or something, that is when the rest of us can maybe think a lot more about playing this left side. Otherwise, the left side isn't too much of an issue. Like people can play maybe under if they need, by over here. But like other than that, we don't really need to go. We don't really need to go like here. The only person who really needs to be here is Grub for this to work. At least until they drop down. Once we see them like touch this floor, then okay, this becomes an issue. Like we should be looking to rotate. But like look at this, right? Like if Grub is back here in this position and we are like playing this right side, unless we're like all the way over here, right? Like we have fast rotates into this side. Like this should not be an issue for us to rotate into. We can afford to play all of this area right here. And how much of this area are we taking advantage of? Geo, you take advantage of a little bit, but like that's all we get. We get
Yo,
very little of
Sam,
it here. Yeah.
I think this team is allergic to right side. This happened on
That's
Manta.
not good.
We don't really like
Oh
the
wait,
right
you mean
side.
okay? I thought you meant like Mahi alone. I was like, oh god,
And
that's
Moms
really
too,
bad.
we're allergic to right side. I'm just seeing a habit. We're allergic to one side.
All right. Well, I just think on this map, I tell this like I don't think a lot of people don't get it either because like I will go onto left specifically just to crab left, and it works literally every single time. All you have to do is put your best like back pressure, which is it's me most of the time on left because I'll have crab, right? So like the pen doesn't need to be here, instead it could be me substituting it. But if my crab is here, like what are they gonna do unless like 4 of them drop here to push me and my crab up on left? Like what are they gonna do on left? The entire fight that's gonna matter is the stuff that happens here. This is the really important part. No one needs to be looking left unless we see people start to drop. Until then, like we should do at most what Kia is doing before she dies, where we're just like under this ledge. That's the most we should be doing on left for the most part. Everything else should be focused on these guys, the people on the right. And like we have absolutely none of that. Now like this is a hard position to take because Kia died really early. Like Kia should not be on left here for this reason, right? Almost, yeah, actually just for this reason. Like right is more important. And there's nothing she can do. Like look at this, right? Kia's just here to kind of be here and to put pressure, but like they have full advantage over her here. There's nothing she can do at this point to like survive or fight back, which is why it's exactly why Kia should be right here with our other players. But yeah, none of us really play right, and this isn't really anyone's individual fault. It's a matter of like all 3 of us having slightly like different things going on, right? We definitely don't have the coordination to do that as of right now, where like we haven't called to move right. Kia also obviously dies, so like holding right is going to be harder no matter what if we even do decide to hold it. But board also backs up into the charger, so or into grubs, so it's like all like I think it's mistakes from literally everyone.
So do you think like for holds typically have maybe Kia and board right side and then me flex between
Yeah, so I think
left and right, and
I
then grub
think
left since he has most
we could
reaction
have,
time because of the range.
if I had to put a general spot for everyone, like we could put grub here, like here, literally anywhere on this side except for like there. Like we don't want to be too close, obviously. And then as for like flexing goes, like Geo, you could very easily be up front here so that you can go here. You could also be more right if the situation calls for it. It just really depends on where the enemy's playing, because again,
you see where the cooler is? The enemy cooler?
Yeah.
The enemy cooler? I like to be around that area. I don't know if that's okay,
But that's what I don't like. So 2 things here, right?
Okay.
One is if you are where this enemy cooler is, even further back, right? When Kia dies, let's say you're at this enemy cooler position.
The pink one, yeah.
The pink one. Sorry, I thought you were talking about.
It's okay.
I thought you were talking about. Okay, I don't like you being here. Just to clarify,
Yeah.
that's what I thought for a second. I just realized. On the right side, I'm okay with that. I'm much more okay with anything like over here.
Yeah.
I will
didn't
say,
know if it was too vulnerable or not.
no, I think it's mostly fine. It's all about just how you respond to the enemies, right? If you see people stacking here, like if you see the pen and someone else here, like okay, hold on, they're probably gonna drop left. Let me play maybe a little more central. We don't want to be on the left because we don't want the pen to just poke at us for free, but we want to be like, you know, more ready to move as soon as Grub calls that someone's here. But if you see people going here as well, like maybe we see 3 people taking like here, the islands and stuff, then we can be more like, okay, yeah, let me take this, maybe even over here past the pillow if we can, and try to like paint and help with whatever fights. Like ideally maybe board is over here if there's stuff going on islands, Kia's maybe over here. Like we're all just trying to look for, we're the goal I think on right should be looking to fight when almost, if not all, the enemy team has dropped. So for example, if we have 3 different people here, like if we have the Gal, S-Blast, and Pen, for example, if we have those 3 people here, maybe the Pen's like here, right? We have one dropping here, and we have maybe another one on islands about to drop, right? If we're in this position, as soon as one of these guys gives up some space, or tries to take some space here, any one of them, as soon as they try to enter, even hell, you could even put the Gal in here too. As soon as any one of them tries to enter, we go from playing like around here-ish. We go from playing around here-ish to up front. So for example, like Gio, we talked about you maybe being like a little more right side when the enemy is all pushing up, right? So you could come in like this, and then like I said, we would want board in, we would want Kia in, like ideally in good spots to like kind of surprise them as they come in, so we could just take different angles and look at how many different approach options we have to deal with them. We want to take the fight here because here is when they're most vulnerable. Here is when
too.
Yes, that as well for Blaster and stuff. Like there's nothing the Blaster can do here because, you know, it's such an open space. But also like as soon as these guys drop, they have one route out and that's it. And it's also a very vulnerable route, right? Like even if you didn't want to fight anyone here, you could play behind this pillow and wait for them to back up to like Kia and board pushing up here, for example, on both sides. As just an example, like, but there's a lot more for you guys to be doing around this right side than there is on anything over here or back here. I went too far. Or like just anywhere behind this pillow, really. There's a lot more for you to be doing like around this right side, which is why I want us to be ideally trying to push to this right side when the enemy is most vulnerable. But there's none of that here, and that's not anyone's fault, but it is definitely just like a knowledge of this map and like why we want to be going for stuff like this. Like I hope we can understand why it's important to be looking for the best opportunity for us to fight here, and how I would come to the conclusion of that. I come to this conclusion of this being a good time to fight for us on the right, or like not specifically this moment, but when they drop here, I figure out that this is a good time for us to be fighting them and contest them here because of these things where, for example, the backup route, like I talked about, they don't really have an exit here. It's kind of a one-way drop, not really, but it can be if you play it right. Like you guys have cover, like we talked about too. You have so much cover, and you also have the ledge advantage over like things over here, and even honestly over here. But like that's another thing. But like you have everything going for you guys here, whereas when we're back here, like there's nothing we can do, nothing at all. So yeah. But like this isn't the best hold for me to actually see if this is an issue, right? Because like we do go down really early, like Kia goes down really early, so we're already kind of like messed up for this. So I want to see, hopefully we get another hold in and I can see more clearly like if we actually are struggling to find those key spots. This so far has been pretty good. Grub overstays, but like gets the kill, so I'm okay with this. I would be very cautious about going left again here, just because only barely worked the first time.
Yeah.
So like I think you can maybe understand if I'm a little more worried about this time around too, because like the left was already pretty difficult for us, and it's in this case it's almost exactly what I was talking about with on your side, where like look at where this gal is fighting us. This gal is in a fantastic spot to be fighting us. We should even go back maybe to the first push real quick to show you what they did when it got to 60 or something like that. Let's look at this again from maybe from just their perspective on why this goes so well for them, even though the pen is down. Like notice as they come in here, actually a little after this. Okay, look at where they're playing as we go to islands. A second, right here. So for the most part, we are ready to fight. Like we're at least a lot more ready to fight on right than like you guys were, for example, right? Like notice how like Kia doesn't have a way to back up. Kia is forced in this fight on the S blast, and because of that goes down instead of being able to back up. Like the person on Islands Geo, you're completely stranded at this point because you're plain outnumbered, and your teammate immediately was like pushed back as they dropped into middle here, and like it's just almost hopeless because they actually took the fight there instead of onto zone, I guess. So that's a bit of it. I mean, I don't think they executed that perfectly, but you can kind of see why stuff like that works, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but let's go back to here. And so this is the same sort of thing, right? Like this is going to be very hard for us to execute if we're already like in this position where like these guys are fighting left pretty well. Like they're not doing it the best, but they kind of have it down. Like this gal knows what they're doing, right? Like they pick Kia and they go in for board. Like this is like gal plays great here, and cleans up really well solo. So like this is just like, yeah, maybe left isn't the best option. I think we should just go for whatever pick we get first.
Oh, I'm so sorry. We keep taking left. I don't think we take right a single time. Oh wait, I lied.
Well, okay, here I think we're also very desperate. Like this, to me, this isn't an actual retake. This is just let's get the specials in zone and stall this out for a little longer.
I think that's it. I think we just get knocked out from here on.
Yeah.
We just get knocked out. Kinda.
Because again, we're
very
playing for this left,
panicky.
and they are holding the left down really well. Now, maybe I should, instead of just saying that, I should maybe try to give us some strategies to help against the left. The biggest thing, this would honestly have to be something that I would go back to. Let me just see how the rest of this game. Yeah, okay. So,
And we take left again. Like I think
I don't really have
you
too
know,
much.
if the enemy. I should have just like thought about this in the opponent perspective. If the opponent drops left every single time, what do you think they're gonna drop? Left again? Of course. So you gotta
Yeah.
watch left. But we need to like just stop being so predictable and just switch up the pushes. Sometimes left, sometimes right. Don't be very predictable.
Yes, I would, no matter what, like, when it comes down to it, just think about patterns with like, okay, left didn't work last time, maybe we try right this time. Like, that's always my first thought.
Okay.
I at least give it a consideration. But let's maybe talk a bit of strategy as to, like, what to do when you're in this position, where the enemies are playing pretty well against left, and, like, we're having a really hard time retaking left. So, ideally, one, we would want to have almost, if not all of our people looking at it, right? Like Grub is not really in the position to take left. It's not Grub's fault, but it's just the situation we're in, where left, if we do want to go left, we should have determined this well before any of us even like really touch the sponge, for example. Like we should have a lot more of initiative again as to which way we want to go. If it's left, we need to be there. Like all of us need time to rotate there, right? Grub especially, in this case. So one, all of us need to be left, or at least I would say as far right as you get is probably Kia. You don't have to be far left, but yeah, that's the first thing. Second thing is, you guys actually do this pretty well. You scout out the players that are playing around the cover. So for example, like this gal, you know, Geo, you throw a bomb on where the gal is, like this is all good. We have knowledge as to where these players are at the very least, before most of us drop, which is really good. That's important to call out, especially, and that will help you, as well as also clearing this right side, which is the first thing I think we get wrong. This right side has no pressure put onto it, and again, it's partly because this is technically a 3-4, right? Because Grub isn't there. But it's also because none of us really think about it. Like there's no like real like look towards it. Our like Kia's first thing here, what Kia does first is just drop and then immediately dive left and then back up. Like if Kia looked right here, if Kia looked right, notice the S-Blast, we would have been much more cautious going into this. But now, like at this point, like boom, Kia has to take the fight immediately, you know? So we are very unaware of left of right as well at the same time. And then is there anything else we do wrong here? I think that's actually the main part of it. Like we do a great job of finding the cover, the people under the cover. Go ahead.
Can you kinda... Okay, I'll be very honest. I think Kittens, 80% of the time, we do left pushes just because it's familiar. I think a few months back, you actually taught us how to do left pushes better on Mahi Zone, so we've been doing that. I think it would be nice if you could, it doesn't have to be right now if you're tired, but like show us maybe like key positionings for right side, when we're like retaking right side, preferably probably with a strike or a reef. Um, like I don't know if I should
Okay.
be at lap, if I should be dropping deep right side, like playing around the sides of right and then going into zone, or if I should just hop onto like that snipe area and shoot down, or you know. I guess it depends on the context too, but
Yeah, we could talk about that. So, well, yeah, we'll
maybe
talk
for the
about that
team, I guess.
because I think most of the stuff there was honestly just the not looking at right or not considering it. So let's go to when Grub gets this pick for right. Was it? I forget if it was after this push or if it was before. I really don't remember. I think it was after this push. No, it wasn't. It was before. Now that I think about it, it was well before. I'm gonna go to the example of when you could have taken right.
Okay.
If I can find it. Should be like right.
I think we'll...
Yeah, right here.
Still...
Right here. Okay. So, where do we get... Like, where do we even start from? We start from this pick right here. So, if you are in a 4v4 scenario, unless you have the specials, like, unless you already have the specials or are farming them, like, if you have maybe 3 specials, two might work too. At least Cooler, definitely. Cooler and like Slider, I think, are the main ones. If you have those 2, you are good to try right. Otherwise, like, if we only have one thing, I wouldn't do it unless we're really desperate or we have a really good opportunity, like a pick here on the right. If you have a pick here on the right, like this, with the Forge, and we're all ready to go, like, just go for it. Like, just immediately dive down onto this S-Blast from here, or, like, you know, look at them from here. Like, just go at this point. But we do get the pick. We're not in really position to do so. So in a case like this, we have the specials still. Like, you know, we still have Slider. We still got the pick. It's really good. At this point, we still want to be looking to contest whoever's under us, right? So ideally, that would be someone like Kia. If Kia isn't immediately able to maybe contest anyone here, or we are like just uncertain, maybe just Kia's not there, then we could throw bombs. Torp is a great example of something we can use to also clear this ledge again. Like that, we have so many different options for like poking tools under here, so that's good. Literally any bomb from us, or like I said, Kia, just looking here for a second should tell you everything you need to know about left, for the most part. And then as for that, like, other than that, what we really want to do is like get grub onto as far up onto this grate as we can. This path here. We want to go from grub being here after this pick to eventually up top here. Or like on these grates and then drop in a second. Eventually drop, but for now, like keep them on the grates after this pick. Grub can move up slowly as long as someone is in front of Grub, obviously like dealing with this S blast and you know like pushing up with it. The rest of us, so Geo, Kia, and Board, once at least one of us has looked left, we should be looking to drop right. Basically, this is all, by the way, this is all still happening like as soon as we see this pick. As soon as like if Grub is in this position, Grub should be calling, "Let's go right, guys. Let's go right now because I just got this. I got the pick. Got one right. Let's move right." So then we dive right, and all this is happening in a couple seconds. You have to be fast with right pushes. Ideally, you have to be fast. If you have specials, you can still take it a little slower, I'd say. But to give yourself the best shot, your team the best shot, you want to take it as fast as you can once we have good advantage. Which right here, this is a great advantage. Once we do that, either Board, Geo, Kia drop. We want to have at least, I'd say, 2 in this box. Like this is a really key position, this box. And we want to bring the enemies towards us. We want them to be fighting around this right side. If they're fighting this right side, it's good for us. And I'll explain why in a second. If they come left, this needs to be dealt with. Like we have to be very careful about them coming through this left side. This is a very dangerous path. So whether that's Grub looking here, maybe Kia's still around the snipe, making sure this is okay, like both watching both sides at once. Someone like if we know that there's someone over here when we go to drop, we need to be very careful of this left side. Otherwise, we can mostly just stay in this box when we first drop. Then after that, after we get this part, we attempt to bait them into a fight right here, and like move them forward. If they come and contest you on this box, we pop slider. Like we want to be basically sliding anyone on. This is maybe a bad position. Let me go to the position here. We want to be sliding anyone like I'd say here-ish. Like if anyone is around here, we slider for this. Because like bringing them over to this right side is just it's plain good for us. If we slider like for someone over here, like sure we might cap zone, but we have to think ahead other than just that, right? Because like sure we cap zone, but Board is gonna die right here, right? And then like we'll cap zone, but again we don't have much pushing options because we're still all right. So we ideally want to win a fight on right here, like whether it's here, maybe even closer up. We want to win some other fight, basically to convert this into a 2v4, 2v3, anything with even more of an advantage than before. Because this 3v4 is a great advantage, but we still have specials to use too. We want to be using these specials towards zone, and we want to be trying to get people to fight us here. If no one immediately takes the fight, you know, right? Like as soon as you drop, if they're still just like holding their positions, front, then we take the space, right? Like if they give us this zone, we take more of the space forward. We move up kind of as a unit, right? Maybe at this point Grub is also dropped. Like we want to get Grub into another key position just so we have even more sight lines again onto like everything. And we just use as much space as they give us until they start pushing us. Once they start pushing us, then we use the rest of our specials that we have, anything we have, right? So we're already coolered. Maybe we slider, maybe we hammer through. Ideally, again, though, we want to be looking to kind of like build this momentum up on the right side. So like the hammer coming through maybe here would be a little bit better if they're like, if the enemies are playing like around here, like even if it's just 1 or 2 people. If we could put a hammer through here, this would be great. Hammer through here would be great. Hammer over here is okay, but you're likely to be singled out. Which is why I'm saying like start this from the right side, right? Like when we go right, we keep it right, at least at the start until we get another pick. And another main thing about this though is that we are also at the same time, I gotta go up a little more. we are contesting playing around here. Like we're contesting just straight up flanking them at this point, right? Like if the enemies really are just sitting back, we threaten a lot more positions on them. So there's not really anything the enemy can do, right? Because if they play up, we use our specials and we just build the momentum even more, right? Because we have a hammer, we have strikes, we have whatever else it is to make sure we win the fight if they push us because they're already in a 3v4. if they like play zone or like look to flank, like we should have it covered, right? Again, and then as soon as like, and we slowly just build our cover until it, like they're just moved out at that point. The only thing that can really go wrong is if we, for example, misjudge this first initial drop onto the right side, like maybe there's another person sharking there that we don't notice. That's something we should definitely be looking for. Make sure that there's no one there. A torp is, again, a great option to making sure there's no one there. That's the only really real way it can go wrong, unless we like also don't expect a fight from here. Like again, we should be looking for any sort of fight that these enemies try to take from like any position onto zone towards us here. Like that is when we use our specials onto them, when they commit to us and try to fight us. And then if they don't, like I said, you just take the space that they give you, and that's it. Just make sure you don't die until like we have so much space that at that point, like let's just fight them because we have pure advantage now. I hope that made sense. I think that's all I
No,
got really to say though.
yeah, it definitely did. I think
Okay, guys, this is post VOD Sam. So recording cut out because basically I just ran out of storage on my PC. So yeah, there was more to this VOD, but that's about all that I'm gonna edit together and like, cause I don't really have the footage for anything else. So, hope you enjoyed. See ya.